When it comes to owning a dog, you have to realize the steps in picking the right one for you. Each dog has its own personality and is a different breed from another. Careful planning and research will help you find the pet suited for you. Buying a dog is a big commitment and you need to figure out exactly what you want. With a 6 easy step process from Dogs Love to Know, you will be able to find a dog suited for your lifestyle. The first step is to think of exactly what you want from a dog. Is it exercise, work, hunting, companionship, or is the dog hunt for show? For example, with the dog I chose to own, he's a small Yorkie mix. This type of dog does not need much exercise and doesn't shed as much. As my family is always busy and doesn't have time to put extraneous amounts of effort and exercise into work with a bigger dog, he is perfect for us. So when buying a dog, think about what fits into your lifestyle. You can consider things like how much room you have or how active you are on a daily basis. Another important factor is whether it will be a family pet or a guard dog. Think about who it will be around the most, as if it is a guard dog, it will most likely be a bigger breed of dog. With a family dog, you want to make sure they are not prone to acting out with kids. With deciding what you want from a dog, take your time to really figure out what you want because you are responsible to give them a good life. Now that you've decided what you want from a dog, you can start the second step of looking at the type of breed of dog for you. Each dog is going to be different and was made for a specific purpose and look. Some types are bred to perform different jobs like herding cattle or protecting your kids. There are other types of breeds who are bred for beauty standards or just companionship and cuddles. An article in Psychology Today states that the FCI recognizes about 339 breeds of dogs and are divided into 10 groups. As you can tell, there are many different breeds out there, and narrowing down the breed to your lifestyle will help limit your options to the dog suited for you. A big factor after figuring out what breed you want is what you can afford. In step 3, money will start to come into play, as deciding what price you are willing to pay. For example, my dog is not a full Yorkie, therefore he was cheaper to buy instead of buying full bred. Buying a purebred dog can become a bit pricey as they can hit prices from $300 to $3,000 depending on the certain breed. When looking into the price, there are things to consider, like how rare the breed is. Starting a budget on what you can afford helps narrow down your options even more. You also need to keep in mind the cost of bills you will be paying for it later on in life. As ASPA reveals, more than 1 million households are forced to give their pets each year. If you happen to find a dog you know is right for you but don't have the money at the moment, keep saving up so you can get the one you know is right for you. The overall statement in this step is don't buy a dog you can't afford to keep. Once you have made it through the step of finding the right price range, you need to now find a reliable breeder to purchase from in step 4. There are dog breeders all over, but finding a good place to buy one can be tricky. You need to make sure you browse websites of possible places to buy from. Reading reviews of customers is very important, looking for health and protection in a dog. Checking to see if the dog was raised for shows can be a little more on the expensive side, and so you need to make sure you look closely. Next, you want to see what they charge for a puppy. Look into the dog's health background, vaccinations, and socialization the dog has been around. When you find the dog that catches your eye, don't settle. Keep looking and look at all the options available. After making it through all breeders and finding a place to buy from, now comes step 5, beginning to visit with the breeders and puppies available. See what you can learn from the breeder in the visit with the dog you chose to look into. The breeder's kennel or home can tell you a lot about how the dog was raised. When arriving at a kennel, look at the environment the dogs are in. Do they have clean living quarters? Are they happy with their breeder? Looking into these are an important thing and help you figure out what you're getting into once you bring the dog you're looking for home. If you are investing in a purebred, ask about any health records or registration papers. You want a breeder who takes their time with you to answer all your questions and make sure you get what you're interested in. If you end up still thinking about it or haven't made up your mind yet, keep in contact with the breeder for any further questions that need to be answered. With these pictures, you can see the different types of breeding kennels and what is a good choice, as these choices would be not a good place to choose from, as this puppy looks like he's crying, and this one, they are very crowded and jammed in a cell. A place like this would be a good place to start from, as it is very clean and looks good. Like these as well, the dogs look like they're very well taken care of. Lastly, your final step after searching to find the right breeder, now it's time to evaluate the puppies you want in step 6. When interacting with the puppies, think about what you are purchasing. Make sure you really look into the different dogs' emotions and characteristics they are showing while with you. The puppy should not have any discharge coming from any parts of his body and be free of parasites. Look at if it's very active and moves around well, or if there are signs of aggression. One thing you can do is clapping your hands, and if the puppy does not respond, it might have a hearing loss. If something seems wrong with the visit, ask the breeder, as they should be able to help you. If they can't, maybe that puppy isn't the best purchase for you. But if you really enjoy the dog and everything seems to be great, then you are ready to talk to the breeder about purchasing that dog. Now that you have made it your way through the 6-step process of finding a dog suitable for you, you will be ready to buy one yourself. As you learn the steps through deciding what you want from a dog, researching breeds, finding a price range, looking through different breeders, visiting breeders, and evaluating the puppy you want. All these steps should help you find the right dog for you if you just take your time researching and evaluating each step at one time. There are so many different kinds of dogs out there in the world. Finding the one that you want may not be easy, but worth it for you and your future dog in the long run. Thank you.